Do you ever feel like a totally boring version of yourself when you're speaking French? In your native language, you're funny, enthusiastic, and full of personality, but in French, you're just like, meh, eh. It's so frustrating knowing exactly what you want to say, but you can't say it, especially when so much of who we are is connected to the way we communicate with others. This is something I really struggled with when I got to France. I felt absolutely personalityless in French. I would go to dinner parties with my husband and I couldn't say things the way that I wanted them to come out of my mouth, and I felt like it wasn't an accurate representation of who I am. I could understand what most people were saying to me, but I couldn't respond with the same level of complexity. But the truth is, I really didn't have to. If you're like me and you're struggling in French to express your personality the way that you want to, here's some tips that will help you do just that with limited vocabulary. It's important to remember that you don't need to know every single word. Number one is using your nonverbals. Sometimes words aren't even necessary. Your facial expressions and your body language will go a long way. By smiling, certain gestures like nodding or a shrug if you don't know, and eye contact that shows you're engaged in the conversation. Body language is so important in French social settings. Number two is to ask people about themselves using context clues. It's simple, but it lets people know that you're interested in getting to know them. For example, one of my best friends now, she has like a little Stitch pin on her backpack, and I was just like, ooh, t'aimes Stitch? And that was literally one of the first conversations we had. And that leads me into my third point, talking about what you like and who you are. I asked her about Stitch, and then that opened a whole conversation about how I also love Stitch, and got us talking about who we are and a little bit of storytelling. J'aime la musique, j'adore chanter, elle aime le sport. And my fourth point, which goes without saying, engaging with what people say. Your reactions, verbal or not, will show people who you are. You can show a lot about your personality just by keeping it simple and having fun. Just, dare I say, being as you are. Bisous, love.